What's good? All right. Sorry, I just ate a piece of bacon. A little too close to the show. Let's talk about this boxing, man. Wait for some people to come in. Wait till we get it. Man, Justin Marsh in the building. Much love in that super chat. All right, man. Look, man, we had a really good weekend. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. We'll give it a couple seconds before people get in here before we go. I enjoyed the weekend of fights, man. Got to hang out with my son a good amount, watch some TV, watch some HBO shows, including The Watchmen. Kind of getting addicted to that show. But I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. We'll wait till we get about 100 people in, and then we'll start going. No quick outline of what we're going to go through today. We're going to talk about KSI Paul Logan Paul, whatever the hell his name is in that fight. Then Gervonta, obviously Devin Hany had a lot to say. Said Fanon loves pig. What? Oh, I love to put. No, this is turkey bacon. This is bird bacon. This ain't real bacon. This is turkey bacon. Burnt turkey bacon. Oh, hey man, Fly Guy 182. What's up, man? Oh yeah. We'll throw Canelo in there too. I'm sorry, that's one more thing. Because actually, what we're gonna talk about is Logan Paul, Hany, Fury with his celebrating his privilege. Jamal Herring, we'll talk about the Jamal Herring fight a little bit, and Canelo's numbers dropping. Yeah, man. Canelo's taking a plunge, man. But that's what you get when you fight in a shoebox. And people are sick of you. Thing that amazes me about Canelo is how many Mexicans don't like him. There's something wrong when half the people in your country don't like you, dude. There's a lot of Mexican cats do not rock Canelo at all. And they typically seem to be the more real type of Mexicans. They don't mess with Canelo. But let's say what's up. All right, we got 82 people, man. We'll get it going. Harold Jones in the building. What's going on? Gravy Davy, Kenneth Johnson, Calvin Smith. What's good? Says salute to you, King, for 9 of the kings and the queens of the LDBC. We're on the job this morning. By the way, Joseph Brown. If anybody runs into Joseph Brown, I haven't seen him in the last couple chats. But I think there is a misunderstanding about Joseph Brown having been blocked on my channel. I checked it, and he was not blocked. So if somebody runs into him in another chat, let Joseph know that I didn't intend to block him, and he's not blocked on the channel. Not sure quite what that's about, but somebody told me that they thought that he was blocked, but he's not. I think he tried to put a link or something in the chat, and at the time I was like, nah, I ain't really feeling it. But that's nothing against you, nothing against him. So if somebody sees him, man, reach out to Joseph Brown and let him know, hey man, you definitely welcome on the channel, man. And I didn't mean to did I say Calvin Smith? My bad, man. I be bugging. Fly Guy 182 said, can you explain something? Doesn't seem like there's many boxers. Is boxing big or less recognized? There's a lot of boxers. A lot of boxers. The thing is how many recognized boxing or big time boxers there are, and there's not a lot of them. But I think that there's a reason for that. 78 where said, get you some swine bacon, at least beef bacon. Turkey bacon is like having relations with a 64-year-old woman. Dry. Let me tell you, you know what it is? Turkey bacon makes me be able to tell my wife, thank you, baby. I appreciate the turkey bacon. See, you know that saying, if your wife is vegetarian, you pretty much turn into a vegetarian. If my wife buys it, I don't complain. I eat it and I keep it pushing. Now, as far as me and what I would want as far as bacon and all that stuff, my cousin, whose name is Wendy, she boils the bacon. Like she'll boil the bacon down. She get that thick bacon, put it in water, boil it all the way down, and then she browns it. But, she really knows how to make that swine. She knows how to make that swine. What's going on, Rashid Muhammad? But, I'll eat whatever, man. Really. Said, City Star said, try not to burn turkey bacon. It's a challenge. No one would pass. Oh, no, what you got to do is you got to put it in some water. You just put that shit in you boil it first, and then you just lightly brown it. I could do it, but fucking why waste your time? Just give me the shit. I'll put it on some bread. I keep it moving, homie. But look, man. Sorry about that, Calvin Johnson. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to call you out your name, man. But let's get into this, man. KSI Logan Paul. I did a video. You'll see it up today. I don't know if I'm gonna it says cinnamon is the product of the cartel. Is it? What's going on, Seen Unseen Boxing? I haven't seen you in a minute. And Calvin Johnson said, what's Calvin Smith? Isn't he like a sprinter or something? Look, man, KSI, and that was a fun fight. I didn't mind watching the fight. I liked it. It seemed like a world star hip hop fight, and there was tension in it because I didn't know who was going to win, and I was wondering if any of those punches were going to land or were going to hurt anybody. It was just kind of funny to me. The crowd looked like a bunch of looked like one of the like damn near Martians in the crowd. Like it didn't look like a boxing crowd. It was just weird. It was all around weird. But one thing I think that they did right that they don't do enough in boxing, well, they did it by accident. It's not like they intended it. It's the nature of some bullshit like that. Is you didn't know who was going to win the fight, and the fighters didn't like each other. It was good to see a fight where two fighters actually despised one another. Because seeing two guys that hate each other fight, hey man, and who really don't like each other, always makes for a better fight. I think a lot of time with all of these overmatch made fights that you don't get that a lot of times. It's like one fighter likes the other. He's my friend. I respect you. You respect me. Sometimes you just want to see somebody whoop somebody's ass because they don't like them. You know what I mean? And when you see that, it just makes for a more tense fight environment, even if the two guys don't know what the hell they're doing. You know what I mean? Said fighters ducking hurt boxing. Mayweather hurt the sport and made it what it is now. No, man, Mayweather didn't invent ducking. Mayweather didn't invent ducking. But I mean, he didn't. I don't think Mayweather ducked that many people. I disagree. Blood was a bigger expert on that than me. There's maybe 3 or 4 fighters I think that Mayweather didn't fight that I wanted to see fight. Maybe 3 or 4. Paul at welterweight. Paul Williams, Paul Williams, maybe Winky Wright. He didn't fight Winky Wright, but Winky Wright was probably a little too big for him. He would have got his ass whooped. And Keith Thurman when he was coming up. Maybe put Sean Porter in there as well. But other than that, man, I thought definitely in the lighter weight classes, Floyd Mayweather Jr. fought a lot of the people that he should have fought. He even fought Chop Corley. The thing was, once he got up to a bigger weight class, it kind of stopped doing that. So, but I mean, I don't have an issue with Floyd Mayweather in that regard. I don't think he definitely did not create ducking. But this matchmaking, this over 78 made a really good point on his page about Devin Hany. Though I have to say, I disagree a little bit about this Tank stuff. I have a slight difference of opinion, man. I think that Devin Hany has more to prove than Tank does. Because Tank has fought a top. He did fight the top 130-pound fighter in Jose Pedraza. There wasn't anybody else at 130 pounds that was better than Jose Pedraza at the time. The Tank beat him. And then I remember, because I was watching Miguel Berchelt. Miguel Berchelt didn't try to fight Tank. Now, Tank didn't try to fight him, but the champions were Ito. It was Ito, Berchelt, and Gervonta. Berchelt got injured, but Berchelt never tried to fight Tank. And Tevin Farmer didn't really want to fight Tank, I don't believe. But, we'll see in 135 pounds. When Black, and I respect Black's opinion, but when he said that Devin's got a puncher's, that Tank's got a puncher's chance against Devin, man, that's kind of heavy. I think that's a little heavy. Tank can fight, dog. I mean, people can say what they want about who he has and hasn't fought, but Tank can fight. Tank ain't no easy money for Devin Haney, dude. No way. No way is that easy money. Now, Devin Haney ain't gonna be easy money for Tank, but for me, that's a pick 'em fight for me. And that's giving Devin Haney a lot of credit. Now, I did not know, though, that Devin only had 5 days to prepare for that guy. The fact that he only had 5 days to prepare for him, that says something. That says something. 5 days, you can't judge what a guy in 5. He didn't even probably didn't. The guy could have walked by him a week before. He would never even know who he was. Yes, and Mars pulled out. Mars didn't want that smoke, but even if he had beaten Mars, that wouldn't have alleviated the problem. That Tank hasn't fought anybody because who the fuck was Abner Mars? You know. My thing is this with Tank, because if you look at my channel, dude, I swear to goodness, man, I had cats making death threats out of Baltimore to me. So I was out on a limb criticizing Tank for a lot of the stuff that Tank has done. Believe you me, I've had a lot of cats on me about Tank Davis. So what's going on, Noop? I don't think anybody's going to call me an excessive Tank Davis lover. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Lomachenko moved out of 135 pounds, man. If Lomachenko really wanted to fight Tank, why didn't he stay in the weight class? He's talking about moving down now. Why didn't he stay there and force the fight? If they really wanted to go out of their way, they could have forced that fight. I think it was talking on both ends. But he left the weight class, and I couldn't understand why people were still criticizing. Like, people criticize Tank for not fighting like, what's the little dude's name? Gary Russell. Gary Russell ain't even at 130 pounds. Gary Russell's at 126, and they moved up from 126. He's not 100. He's not even at 130 pounds. Gary Russell Jr. would have to move up to fight Tank. Gary Russell ain't leave 130 pounds. And by the way, Tank would kill that dude. I don't have any doubt whatsoever that Tank would beat the tar out that dude. The problem with Tank is a couple things. One, there ain't nobody at 130. Just be real about it. There ain't nobody in 130. But Miguel Berchelt, man, Miguel Berchelt ain't all that, man. Miguel Berchelt's a good fighter. He ain't no killer. He could beat, man, get the fuck up out of here, man. Hey, man, don't get rid of H Money. H Money. Don't get rid of H Money. Let H Money keep posting. Keep on posting. Please don't get rid of H Money. Dog, you are a comedy at its fucking greatest, dude. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, man, you are like the one troll that makes me laugh, man. You are the one troll, dude, that I miss when you ain't around. Because, dog, you are like a poster boy for mental illness and shit. Dog, you are a poster boy for mental illness, man. Dude, seriously, man. You have got to go seek some help, man. Because the shit that you talking, that shit ain't even coherent. Like, the shit you do, I can't even get mad because you're not coherent. Your shit is literally, dude, you'll be saying some shit like, bubble, bubble, bubble. I mean, you just be making shit up. The fire, the house is on fire. You just some crazy, stupid shit like that, dude. You just be saying anything. You're a fraud. You're a cat. I mean, whatever, dude. Seriously, man, do not get rid of that dude ever on this channel because that is comic relief at its highest. He be screaming. This dude went to the boxing voice, dog. Remember that shit? Man, he went to the boxing voice. The LDBC! Man, they're the frauds. The LDBC is the frauds. The zone. I mean, dude just starts going up on this spasm type shit, dude. Dude, thank you, man. Never time out H Money on my channel, dog. I swear, man. I thank you because you remind me, dude, that of what all these guys really are. At the very least, you wear your manic stupidity on your fucking shoulder like a badge. And it just reminds me, like, I know a lot of these guys are like that. A lot of these guys is just as crazy as you, but they're more reserved. They try to be intellectual about their craziness. But there's something, but you crazy because you following me around. You know what I mean? You come to channels constantly criticizing people on channels that you support. 100 miles an hour. Man, dog, please never time out that idiot around my channel, dude. H Money, hey man, put something in the comment section, dog. I need to see you, homie. He said, H Money, man, make sure you make sure you like the video or dislike the video, dude. But come back again, dog, because your shit is for real. It's like a sick thing of mine, dog. But I will sit around and watch like a homeless dude. Like I will sit around and watch homeless dudes just like, yeah, man, this motherfucker come near me, man. I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. I swear to God, I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. That motherfucker put this frog on my motherfucking lap. This frog on my lap. I'm gonna shoot this fucking fraud on my lap, nigga. Get away, nigga. Oh man, what the clouds, man? Damn, nigga, is that an angel? That type of shit. I'll just be looking at a nigga like, him like, this motherfucker crazy as fuck. Damn, how the fuck is this motherfucker walking around that damn crazy? I mean, how does he eat? You know what I mean? Like, where do you go after you get done with all this shit to feed you? Like, how did you make it this fucking far? And when I see you, I know that there really are even higher functioning psychotics than there are sitting on the fucking, because I mean, how do you earn a living, nigga? How do you pay your fucking bills that crazy? I don't get that shit, dude. But see, look, man, that's why I think Tyson Fury is doing you wrong, dog. See, you are a legitimate crazy dude. Tyson Fury just faking it. Tyson Fury just trying to get out of drug tests and trying to get some sympathy and shit like that. But you are the legit fucking real deal psycho type babbling motherfucker, babbling dirty draws, having stanky musty type motherfuckers. That's you. I know that shit's I know that's you. Motherfucker, you be walking in the gas station. You know them cats be walking in the gas station shit. Nigga, I get a quarter. And you get motherfuckers a quarter of shit. They go in, they walk by you real quick, and it's like piss and must. You know, like, God dang. Probably one of them dudes, them long ass, like, how the fuck dreads your shit? That's H Money, dog. That's the YouTube boxing version of H Money, dude. Man, that motherfucker crazy, dude. Where you at, dog? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Did somebody block you? Oh, didn't nobody block you. Anyway, now that you're done, let's get back to boxing. You got that attention you needed, huh? You got that attention. But now that we're done and you're gone, say something else, dog. Say something else, homie. Please, I beg of you, say something else. Dog, I spent $100. True story about this dude. I spent $100 on the Boxing Zone, dog, just to get this dude to talk. It was best money I ever fucking spent. This motherfucker was stuttering. I exposed for 9. I exposed for 9. I was like, hey, man, really put your money where your mouth is. I'll match you for $100. I'll give you $100. I'll match you. You broke ass niggas. The UPT, what does motherfucker say? The UPJ, the EP, EPMD, some fucking other fucking hashtag. Motherfucking the LDZPY, whatever the fuck group you member of. We really rocking with the money. Really, here's $100. Match my $100. If you motherfuckers is kicking it like that, match my $100. Dog, motherfucker, he didn't say shit like I thought. Oh man, said he can't handle the truth about his own belief. Dude, that dude just be bugging, man. He's gone now. Don't worry about it. And if you come back, I'm gonna give you the same attention again, dog. Trust me. It's your shit, boy. You crazy, boy. You crazy. You got to seek that help. Seriously, man. Seek an intervention, homie. Seeking it. I know you borderline homeless, dude. I know you are. Can't nobody be keeping no real job. Like, oh, that's why. Okay, I get it. You in your mama's house. That's the only way that shit can pop off. Anyway, for now, you ever light a hooker's wig on fire? Hell no. I don't go nowhere with anybody that would call themselves a hooker to begin with. Escorts. Escorts. I mean, you know what I mean? I ain't fuck with no hookers. You don't mess with no hookers. I don't do none of that. I got me a wife I love. Only me only me, Zach B. Yeah, that's all. See, these are now, some of these are probably just his alter egos. Anyway, man, I don't mess with no hook, man. Hookers? Hell no, dog. Hell no. What? Who lit it? Oh, what did that's something Tyson Fury did? Anyway, let's get back onto this boxing talk, dog. Nah, man, I ain't never lit nothing on a woman on fire, dude. That's Billy. Didn't Billy Joe Saunders do that? Now, Billy Joe Saunders, on the other hand, he looked like shit. There's an explanation for Devin Hany. That's just bad masking. He said, escorts, I beg your pardon. So thank you. Nah, dog. No need for all that. Yeah. DB. What happened to DB? What's going on? Blazing the Sports is in the building. All these dudes are whatever. Yeah, please get that out of here. But no, I don't participate in no foolishness like that. Anyway, so let's get back to it. Yeah, man, I thought Devin Hany looked good, man, and in the long run, that's going to benefit Devin Hany. That was a good fight for Devin Hany. It was a good fight for Devin Hany because it was a tall, rangy fight. It was a tall, rangy fighter who was there to win, and who he didn't know who he's going to fight. And a bunch of fighters look funny against fighters that when they don't know what the guy can do. But at least he got a knockout, and he got a knockdown, and his ability to fight with what was in front of him, I really like. I think Devin Haney is a very, very good fighter. He's a very, very good fighter. Oh, Devin, who DB was friendly fire? Probably. Unhide. Okay, you unhide DB. Okay. What's going on, Philip Redden? Tank can't come out after 11. We'll see. We'll see if he can or if he can't. He'll be up there at 135 pounds. I mean, he's going to have to fight somebody 135 pounds. He ain't got no belt. He got to fight somebody. That's for sure. Moving up to 135 pounds, he has to fight somebody. That you know. He has to. There's no choice. He's going to fight for the WBA regular championship against Gamboa. If he beats Gamboa, he doesn't have a real belt. So he's got to fight somebody. I don't think they're going to hold on to this dude forever, and he's never going to fight anybody. But, I mean, looking at Tank in the ring, I don't get how people don't see that dude's a real fighter, man. I mean, for real. Ain't nobody tested him. I mean, nobody's tested him. Have you seen him get tested? Like, any difficulties? Like, his most difficulty he's ever had in a fight that I've seen was the 2 minutes against Francisco Fonseca, where Francisco Fonseca refused to throw punches. That's the only time I've ever seen a dude have any trouble. He didn't have any trouble against Pedraza. And the funny thing about the Pedraza fight, I watched that not too long ago. Maybe it was before. Anyway, it was within the last 2 months. I watched Pedraza and Tank, and watching that fight, dog. Pedraza fought in a southpaw stance the whole time to try to throw off Devin. Try to throw off Gervonta. And that's what kept him in the fight. As soon as he went to orthodox, that was that ass. As soon as he got to orthodox, that's that ass. I'm telling you. Immediately, that was his ass. He held off he fought in a southpaw stance to neutralize Gervonta Davis's southpaw stance. And he was able to neutralize. He was never able to neutralize Tank. What he was able to do was keep Tank from taking his fucking head off for a little while. But as soon as Tank started going in on him in the southpaw matchup, as soon as Jose Pedraza switched to orthodox, dog, he whooped his ass worse than he whooped anybody else you've seen him whoop. As bad as he whooped anybody else, any of these bums he beat, he whooped Jose Pedraza worse than them bums when that dude turned into an orthodox fighter. Tank is a highly, highly skilled fighter, man. Highly skilled fighter. Highly skilled fighter. Highly talented fighter. You don't even usually see guys like that don't. When is the last time you saw Tank get hit twice? Tank out the powers, take the power out of it, and go back and look at his fights and tell me when you've seen Tank hit cleanly more than once. I don't remember it. I don't remember it. And his defense to offense, best in boxing that I can think of. Now I know there's somebody out there that might be able to think somebody is better than Tank at going from defense to offense immediately. Somebody that dips under and comes through better than Tank. Dude, if you were close to Tank, nah, he wasn't. Oh, hell no, man, he wasn't. Fonseca didn't hit. Fonseca wasn't doing shit but not fighting for a minute. He stood his hands. I remember the Fonseca fight, man. What Francisco Fonseca did was he didn't engage Tank. And Tank would come in. When Tank tried to come in, he would throw a jab out. He'd throw a jab out. He might throw a light right hand out. And Tank would reset. That was it. That was it. What's going on, Sierra F? That's all Fonseca did. And then Tank acted crazy for a second. He's like, oh, okay. So then Tank moved away and started doing this, whatever the fuck he was doing, that first little bit of foolishness where he's moving his hands like this. Then Fonseca, once Gervonta started backing up, if I remember this correctly, then Fonseca took offense, and then boom, fight was over, homie. As soon as he did that shit, fight was over. I don't think that fight went 3 rounds or 5 rounds. Let me see. I'm going to check the record on that. I don't think that fight, I know it didn't go 8 rounds, but let me just see. And people were complaining that Gervonta Davis, hit him when he was down or some craziness like that. That boy wasn't getting up out of there. Let me see. Fonseca KO. It was an undefeated. Francisco Fonseca was an undefeated fighter in 2017. What was the bout? Let me look at the bout. I don't see where it doesn't say. Why doesn't it say the results, man? What round was that knockout in? I'll just look it up here. I'm sure somebody probably has it already. Francisco Fonseca. Yeah, when is this? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm getting to 8th round. Yeah, it was the 8th round. In the 8th round, yeah. So it took him a little bit of time to get to him. No, I think it was the 8th round, dude. He knocked him out. It says the 8th round. Tank picked it up in the 8th round, picked up an 8th round knockout on Francisco. Yeah, it was the 8th round. Yeah, it was as long 8 rounds. But look at you, yeah, it was 8 rounds. But dude, that dude Fonseca wasn't doing anything, man. Fonseca just wasn't fighting. That's all. I recall that correctly, and I think I do. But it wasn't as long as, maybe it was because he's knocked out everybody else except for some early decisions. But I don't think he's gone distance in several years. That could be a problem. Unanimous decision, yeah, he hasn't gone the distance since he was fighting 6-round fights. One back by 5 years ago, he went the distance like 5 years ago. His inactivity level is funny because in 18, he only fought 1 time. In 17, he fought three times. It's the inactivity that took place in 2018, I think, was the biggest problem. But this year, against Hugo Ruiz and Nunes, and now, dude, he's back. He's back to fighting 3 times a year. But anyway, but it was round. Now Fonseca was round 8. But I just think that Tank's a hell of a fighter, man. I wouldn't go. I mean, it's like Lomachenko. I mean, I got issues with what Lomachenko does. For me, Devin or Tank right now, Devin. I mean, right now, Tank. Right now, Tank. I think that is a big step up for Devin Hany. Now, I don't have any doubt that he'll take the fight, but man, don't get it confused. That's a huge step up. Huge step up for Devin Hany. I wouldn't advise Devin Hany to take that fight right now. That's very, very, very risky, Holmes. Did I hear about the sparring? I hear about a lot of sparring. And it makes no difference to me. I don't pay attention. I don't really pay attention to what people say happens in sparring. It's sparring. They got big ass gloves on in sparring. People work things. I don't care if he's 6'2". I don't care. If 4 years ago Tank was 20, it doesn't make a difference. It's sparring. I don't know why people put so much stock in sparring. I've seen sparring matches where I've seen a fighter lose a sparring match, and there ain't no way on this planet the guy that won the sparring match was going to beat that regular fighter in a match. Just doesn't. It's not. You have headgear on, dude. You got headgear on. People work on things in sparring. There's a sparring tape with somebody in Sean Porter. Man, it might be Devin Hany and Sean Porter. It might be Devin. Is it Devin Hany and Sean Porter? But I saw a sparring tape. I saw sparring with Sean Porter and somebody. But if you looked at it, it's like Sean Porter was barely throwing punches. He was working on things. He saw, yeah, Devin, Sean Porter. Yeah, it looked like Devin Hany won that. You think Devin Haney's beating Sean Porter? No, I didn't see the sparring tape between Sean Porter and David Benavidez. I saw between Devin and Sean, and it looked like Devin won that. Do you think that's the real fight? You think a real fight between Sean Porter and Devin Haney is gonna go like that sparring match did? I don't think so. However, I'm not gonna say Devin Haney couldn't win the fight. The whose comp is no, man. Devin Haney's the best win between any of those fights that either one of those guys have is Gervonta Davis. And it's not even a close second. Devin Haney's not beating anybody that has Devin Haney beaten anybody that has even fought for a championship? I mean, I don't want to do the research on it right in the middle of it, but just devil's advocate out here. What's good, Quan 43? Has Devin Haney fought anybody that's fought for a championship? Let alone beat somebody who was a champion and then who went and moved up in weight and beat and became champion again? You're not beating Jose Pedraza if you can't fight. Okay? That's not happening. Jose Pedraza is a world-class top-level fighter, man. He won. He's a very good fighter. Now, Jose Pedraza was a while ago. Jose Pedraza was a while ago, but yeah, I can't recall. I don't think he has. He just had a step-up fight. That's from what I can see. But I know who Francisco Fonseca was. I knew who Francisco Fonseca was. I saw him, at least I had seen tape on him or had a reason to hear Francisco Fonseca before. I believe that Hugo Ruiz, Hugo Ruiz was a champion at super base at a smaller weight class. He was a super bantamweight champion. So it's a couple weight classes below, clearly a smaller guy. But Hugo Ruiz actually is a 5'9" bantamweight, and he was the former WBC. He's a former WBC super bantamweight champion, and provided that's not some, Hugo Ruiz is a former champion. Cuellar, I know Cuellar has at least fought. Jose Cuellar was a featherweight champion. He was the he's the WBA, at least maybe the regular champion. I doubt if he was really the actual featherweight champion, because you got to have super behind it. But he won two championships, and then he lost a split decision. He lost a split decision to Abner Mares. So that's Cuellar is a former champion. So you got Pedraza was a former champion. Cuellar is a former champion. Hugo Ruiz is a former champion. Ricardo Nunez just wasn't. He had some regional thing. And I think that's it. I don't think anybody else. Francisco Fonseca, I don't think he actually ever held a belt. Nah, like some regional WBO super belt. So not him. Yeah, I mean, a while ago, but I'm saying he's won. They're former champions at the very least. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're the best competition in the world, but I'm saying if you look at who Tank has fought and who Hany has fought, Hany has fought. I mean, Devin has fought excuse me. Gervonta's fought better competition than Devin Hany, man. I can go look about Hany, and I could be wrong because I haven't done the analysis on this part of it. It's just that I hear a lot about Juan Carlos Burgos. Juan Carlos Burgos was he's a former featherweight title. Well, no, he lost that. He's had a title fight before. He lost to Mikey Garcia, Juan Carlos Burgos. But that's a good experience fight. Then he fought the undefeated Ndango. No, and he's not had a belt. Neither had definitely. I know that maybe Abdulev. Is Abdulev? No. So just looking at the fights, Devin Haney's not fought any former world champions. Gervonta has fought at least three. At least guys that have won championship fights before, and he's defended champs multiple times. It's just, I don't think it's fair to say. Just looking at the records, that Devin Haney has fought better competition than Gervonta. It's not the case. You know what I mean? You don't think it hurts boxing? What are you talking about? KSI Paul Logan? Nah, I don't think it hurts boxing either. But what I think it does is it exposes how terrible these promoters are. I think it just exposes how terrible promoters are. I don't think KSI and Paul Logan interfere with boxing at all. I don't think it means anything to boxing. Because most people that watch it aren't boxing fans. It's not like they're going to drive away boxing fans from the sport of boxing. It didn't drive away anybody, and it didn't bring anybody in. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll bring some, I find the hypocrisy hilarious, though, especially Chris Mannix. That dude. There, I put it up on my Twitter page, up on Twitter, man. Somebody actually shared it with me. Shout out to the guy that shared it to me, with me. But he talked about how, he covered this fight, said it's good for boxing, all that good stuff. But when Floyd Mayweather Jr. fought Conor McGregor, he called it a farce that he wasn't going to watch. Now, somebody please explain to me why Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor's boxing match is a farce, but KSI and Paul Logan is good for boxing. How? What's going on? Drink more water. He said if Tank and Gary fought in DC at the Cap One Center, that shit would sell out. They would have the security on 1,000, but they would do numbers. Tank said no flat out when asked about it. And they're not in the same weight class, man. They're not in the same weight class. I'm just not getting through as many rumors and many things as people say every day in this boxing stuff, man. Man, look, are they gonna? If they're not gonna fight, then if they ain't in the same weight class, you're just not gonna hear me talk about it. Okay? Because if I do that, if I do that, then if Canelo Alvarez, I gotta put stock in Canelo Alvarez calling out Deontay Wilder. Okay, I'd have to put some stock into that. I would have to put stock in Gennady Golovkin faking like he wanted to fight Andre Ward. I'm just not going to do it, man. These guys, if you're not in the same, you're champions in different weight divisions. One guy's got to move up to the other, right? And Gervonta is moving up to 135. There's nowhere for him to go, man. He's going to have to fight somebody. He's going to have to at 135. You know? Loma stopped Rigo. Arrow fought Mikey. They moved into the weight class for those fights. Drink more water. They actually moved into the weight class. Rigondeaux went up to 130 to fight. So we can talk about the fight because he moved up for the fight. He moved up and fought. Mikey Garcia moved up the weight class and took the fight. Did Gary Russell move to 130 and say, I'm going to move to 130 to fight you, Tank? No, that's not what Gary Russell said. Gary Russell said, I would have to move up. Gary Russell Jr. was calling out Leo Santa Cruz. Those are fans driving that conversation. Those are fans driving that conversation. That wasn't Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. didn't walk into the ring after a fight with Al, give me Tank. He said Leo Santa Cruz. Gervonta Davis was trying to get Leo Santa Cruz a champion in his own weight class. He said that he would fight Shakur Stevenson, and maybe Shakur Stevenson would be the only one with enough nuts to fight him at the weight class. Gary Russell Jr. has not moved up in weight. Did he? Look, man, I'll be blasting on Tank, okay, for doing stupid shit. And Tank can be an ass. I got it. Tank comes across like an ass. He comes across like kind of like a little kind of childish, spiteful. I get it. I like Devin Haney's personality much better than I like Tank. I mean, Tank ain't somebody I'm gonna be hanging out with. Like, hey, let me kick it with Tank. Can't even imagine it. Tank's the type of dude that if he was in the room and they're talking, I'm leaving. Because I know pretty much some foolishness is going to pop off. Just kind of like, you know, I mean, not to be too disrespectful, but I understand why he could get on people's nerves. He's like the ADD kid. He's like the ADD kid that can't sit still, starting shit, smacking you on the back of the neck, all kind of shit like that. All kind of shit. I get that. All kind of shit like that. I got it. Tank, still you beaten? What? But the fact is, though, from what I can see, that motherfucker can fight very, very well. And I haven't seen anything in Devin that tells me that that's easy money for Devin. The guy he just fought wasn't easy money. He beat him, won every round, but that wasn't easy money. He said he's still young. Yeah, sure, he's still young. Yeah, he's still young. He ain't that young. That age gap ain't that big. They're gonna be fighting around the same time. Tank ain't getting old. He's 24. He ain't getting old. Was he 24, 25, something like that? It's like a 4-year difference or something. But my personal belief on it is that they're gonna wind up not even being in the same weight class. That's what I think. I don't think the dude's gonna be in the same weight class. Yeah, he's 25. He just turned 25 last week. What's Devin 20? Devin turned 21. Or did he just turn 20? He turns 21 this week. They're 4 years apart. Hey, happy birthday to Devin Haney. Yeah, 21 and 25. Because Devin Hany turns 21. There's a little more than 4 years apart between those guys. That's not so wildly different. They're both young guys. Thank you, man. KQKC. By the way, if you're in the Patreon, check out the Patreon we just did today. Y'all gonna be real mad at me for my Patreon today. Because I know y'all like that ADOS. So I just went on ahead and said what I thought is probably my most unpopular opinion. But listen to it and understand where I'm saying. I ain't into this mental masturbation shit. Okay. Gary's been saying he'd move up forever a couple fights and hasn't done it. Yeah, I mean, look, man. I understand, man. I like Devin Hany. I think Devin Haney is a very talented kid. Demario Washington, you think Evan Holyfield's got a chance to be a top fighter? I haven't seen enough of him. He's definitely got a very good he's big. I didn't realize he was that big, but when I saw him standing next to his father, he's taller than his head. He's taller than his father. I didn't realize he was that big. If he can stay at cruiserweight, he's got the size because he's tall and he's thin. I'll say for now, great show. How many rounds do you think Gamboa is going to last? Maybe 8 before he gets caught with something real ugly. And my thing is, man, Devin, Tank, for me, Tank reminds me of Aaron Pryor. And I don't think anybody wants to fight a guy like that. That style, he seems like a refined Aaron Pryor. And I don't think people really want that style, dude. His style is it's going to cause you a lot of pain, man. Mr. already said, is Mikey still fighting? He's been doing everything but fighting since Errol Spence whooped his ass. Thank you, Mr. already. I think he will be. Yeah, he'll be back. He got to let them brain cells, he got to let his mind collect from that ass whooping he took. He's got to let his mind get back together from that ass whooping, from that unnecessary ass whooping his idiot nephew encouraged him to take. Dog, can I tell you one of the biggest fucking morons, smart ass, spoiled ass fucking brats who I would love to see get their ass whooped on World Star Hip Hop? Peter Garcia. Man, please I'm telling you, man, I go looking for World Star Hip Hop ass whoopings and hope that I see he get his ass whooped. That is the shit talking this little dude. Thank you, Peter. Dude, look. First of all, I have a suspicion that dude's a straight up pussy. Okay? First of all, your daddy is a fighter. Your uncle's a fighter. Your granddad was a fighter. And you look like the Pillsbury's fucking doughboy holding gloves and catching water for people talking shit. This dude said about Andre Ward, like, we don't want to hear about Canelo. Andre Ward did people a favor by retiring. Really? Andre Ward did people a favor by retiring. You, friend, that's a dude who was in there screaming about not stopping the fight when his uncle is getting the shit beaten out of him by Errol Spence Jr. His little brother is fighting. Is he fighting? Is that little chubby dude? That little chubby dude ain't fighting. He might have been in the ring at one point in time. What's the autocorrect? You see it? I'll go back. I'm sorry, I missed. Sometimes I miss. Yeah, Mikey took a lot of punishment. That dude that let his brain cells come back together. And then more than likely, they're like, yeah, man, he got his ass whooped all the way into a Pacquiao fight. That's what I think. Oh, no worries, man. Salute to you, man. Y'all see that bullshit article Andre wrote on Boxing 24? That shit made me mad reading it. What is that? What's going on, Ricky Samuel? I don't think I have. I don't read Boxing 24 too much. I'll do it every once in a while. It's, that's like a YouTube page for me. That's what I think about it. But we all got our opinions. I have my opinion, I'll tell you that. Jose Diaz said Gamboa isn't the same since Carver got him. I've seen him here in Miami in a Bentley. Oh, yeah, man. He's out there living a life in Miami, from my understanding. Lost his discipline when he got to the United States. Oh, said he don't fight? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just think he's the guy with the whole Mayate conversation. All that shit. Leading up into the fight. He's one of them dudes, man. Like, I mean, Robert Garcia knows what he's talking about in the sport of boxing. Mikey Garcia is a very, very good fighter, without a doubt. I do have respect for those guys, and they're down with Mexicans. They seem like some real down home Mexican type cats. I can respect their game, man. I can respect what they're about. Except for that kid, except for him. He is just bumping up off the lip and holding and cleaning mouthpieces and fucking organizing gloves and shit like that. Nah, see, I got my definition, King Corleone, of racist. I don't think they are. And if they were, it wouldn't fucking matter. What they going to do, it would have no effect. I think they may be prejudiced. Fair enough. But for me, and people can have their own opinions, I laugh at that shit. Like, really? You don't like black people? You laughing at black people? Yeah, dog, you are funny, dude. You're funny. I think that shit's funny. Like, it's impossible for them to insult me, because that's like one broke motherfucker talking shit about somebody else that's broke. Your ass is on welfare calling me broke. Fuck you talking about? I ain't got no damn money. You ain't got no money. We both in the fucking welfare line, and you talking shit about how much money I ain't got. What sense does that make? We both in the welfare line. We both begging for scraps, but you talking shit about me begging for scraps? Look at your scrap begging ass. Get out of my way so I can get me some scraps. Like, shut the fuck up. You ain't making me. I won't even take your ass serious. You know what I'm talking about? It's like somebody, I'm overweight, and some obese motherfucker telling me that I need to lose weight. Like, I know I gotta lose weight, dog, but damn. Do you not see yourself? You know what I mean? So, like, some people get pissed at that. Save your indignation about racism for people that can actually do something with you. Save your indignation for somebody that actually has some influence in your life, or the potential influence in your life. If they don't, what difference does it make? Why are you gonna solve that problem? That's like solving a problem that ain't a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like, man, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to go to the store and I'm buying some hammers and some nails and some wood to fix my back door. Is your back door broken? No. What the fuck you going over there trying to fix the shit for? I don't know. I just feel like it. I feel like fixing a door that ain't broken. That's what being upset about somebody not liking you that has no fucking effect on your life is. Who cares? He could call me a monkey. He could call me every foul name possible, and I will look at him like, I ain't calling him a name back. True story. True story. I was at a school when I was a kid. I went to school, and there was only two, besides my little sister, there was only two non-black people in the school. It was me, and it was me and an Asian girl. She was half Asian. Like, I think her mother was Vietnamese, her dad was, Irish or some shit. And one day, in the midst of these girls calling me a nigga, I was like, damn. She was like, yeah, nigger. I was like, I stopped. And I looked at her, dude, and I talked to her years later. So she knew, and she told me that I shook her when I said this. I was like, I stopped. I was like, but you're not white. Why would you call me that? And you're not white. And the white girl next to her said, but her dad is white. Her dad is white. Man, a little girl looked over at the other lady like, and it was a realization right there that the girl, the Italian girl, I think she was like, whatever she was. The white girl only respected her because one of her parents were white. And it hurt that girl to the fucking core. Yeah. And I looked at her like, yeah. Now you know. Now you know. And I wasn't insulted by her because I was like, you knew right there. Doug, if you hey, much respect to all my Mexican brothers, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. If you think Fanana's gonna give a fuck, if you call me a nigga, you got another thing coming. Look in the mirror. Okay? Look in the mirror. You ain't getting no ain't no such thing as vicarious superiority. Ain't no vicarious superiority around this bitch, dog. Okay? You do not get to ride off of their superiority. If you don't believe me, go check with your local ICE department. Told you. Now, I hate that I had to tell you, but I told you. I've been telling you for years. You don't want to listen. We've been telling y'all for years you didn't want to listen. Now Trump out here trying to throw everybody out. Now you want to listen. Told you. Back in the 1990s, late 1990s, right after O.J. Simpson, I was in D.C. trying to catch a cab. Arabic guys wouldn't let me in the cab. I was like, look, man, I know you ain't busy. I got the money. Here's the money. Want me to pay you in advance? He was like, I was like, come on, man. Dude turns around and is like, call Johnny Cochran. Ha, ha, ha. Call Johnny Cochran. Okay. Call Bin Laden, motherfucker. Call 20 years later. Call Bin Laden. Hey, can't get in the country? Can't get out the country? Call Bin Laden. Ha, the motherfucking ha, ha, ha. Y'all need to drop that shit, boy. I'm trying to tell you. You need to drop that shit. You need to drop that shit. Okay? Ain't no vicarious superiority, dog. It's just, are you the flavor of the month? And right now, my friend, you're not the flavor of the month. We're never the flavor of the month unless we shooting the basketball. If we ain't shooting the basketball, we know the deal. We flavor of the month if we can shoot. What the? Hold on one second. Somebody calling me from the area that I'm actually in. Oh, he ain't trying to fight nobody. He's trying, I would like to invite you up to. Why don't you take your ass down to? Yeah, I wonder what that is. Hopefully this ain't no drama. Hopefully ain't no drama. Tui said, my mom is African American and my dad is Puerto Rican. So I always feel black because my father family called me Negrito. Dog, when them storms came to Puerto Rico, how'd they treat them? See, y'all just on some other dumb shit. But you guys can be on some dumb shit. Y'all can be on dumb shit if you want. I'm not going to be involved in it. Okay? And you do not have all that to say this. I am bulletproof when it comes to your insults, friend. Steve Kim, you too. You too, Steve Kim. I don't give a fuck what you think. Because you can't do nothing. Fuck you gonna do? Fuck you gonna do? Fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? Okay? Fuck you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. Thank you very much. Nada. Your ass be in an internment camp next month. Bump up, talk shit to the wrong people. We know what's going down around this bitch. I know what's going on around this. But y'all come to the country. Don't want to act like you know what's going on. Same thing with the Caribbeans. I know. You got a good education. You're a nurse. I got you. You're doing your shit. Welcome to America. Fanan, how you hear? Oh, Fanan, you hear how Poliv Going to get a title shot? Yeah, but they're going to say somebody probably going to the WBO. Oh, they're the IBF. I think it's the IBF mandatory, something like that. They're going to want to get. They're going to want to. They're going to want to steal something. They're going to want to get them to drop a belt or force Andy Ruiz to fight him next so that they can split that belt up. You know what I mean? For non-boxing, after you retire, you should write a book. Dude, I got a Patreon, and I write a chapter a day. I'm good. I don't need to write no book. I don't need no more conversations out there in the universe. Unless it's about earning money, I'll earn some extra money when I retire talking about boxing. It's the same thing. Come on, man. It's predictable and it's repeatable. Get somebody to give me a link to Chris Mannix pound for pound list. I have a hard time believing Chris Mannix doesn't have any black people on his pound for pound list. He said, I got Little Ramirez, niece and nephew. Shit, so do I. I got a sister-in-law or ex-sister-in-law that's Mexican. I tell you, it's a distinction without a difference. Oh, look, don't time him out. That's H Money is back. That's H Money is back. Hey, H Money. Hey, H Money. I see you out there fantasizing about homosexual sex. I see what you like. Is that what you concoct in your mind, homie? Love affair between YouTube channels? Did you like the KSI? Do you fantasize about KSI and Logan Paul? Or Paul Logan, whatever the fuck his name is, dog? Come on, man. Welcome back to the chat, dog. Miss already. I've been Americans, Fall Guy, whatever. We lazy, but we did all the work. Can't get caught up in all that shit. Look, man, only point that I was making with that stuff today was, dog, I don't care if they call. I don't care if Peter Garcia don't like black people. So what? He got his own problems. He ain't going to come within 15 feet of a border. Okay? He gets anywhere near a fucking border, his ass going to go drive the other direction so he don't get confused and they throw his ass out. Okay? I don't see no fucking... Somebody can look at his... I don't see no... What? Give me your ID. He'll show him the ID. I don't see no fucking ID. Give me the ID, man. I don't see no... Snatch that shit out of his hand, rip that shit up, throw it in the garbage. Where's your dad? Where's your ID? Oh, I didn't see it. It's right there. You ripped it up. I ain't seen no fucking ID. Where's your ID? Be speaking to him right in English. Click. No. Dude, you speak English to me. Speak English to me. I am speaking English. Speak English to me. Oh, that's it. Get your ass in this van. Get the fuck out. Go to the U.S. Embassy in Tijuana, motherfucker. Get the fuck out. They'll do that shit to his ass in a fucking heartbeat. Think that ain't true. Okay? ICE just went through and snatched up, 600 people out of a poultry fucking plant in Mississippi? You got your own fucking problems preaching to me, homie. Okay? You got your own fucking problems preaching to me. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? I know you got problems. Work on your problems. I'll work on my shit. Okay? I ain't not getting deported. Because they know that I'm from here. Yeah, you one of them slave niggas. You've been here since the 1830s. Yes, sir, I have. Yes, sir, boss, I have. Yes, sir, I have. Dude, we all got along. It'd be blood. And I don't have any problem. I feel very sensitive. I think that's a terrible thing that happens. I really do. But when somebody like Peter Garcia calls me and calls me the N-word, dog, come on, man. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Straight up. That's comedy. That's comedy. You know what I mean? Steve Kim too. When Steve Kim says the lowest common denominator of the boxing demographic. Really, Stevie? What'd you say there? What kind of armor? What's that saying? You're a what in the armor? They say that shit like don't nobody know what that means. Steve Kim be sitting there right on the telecast with somebody, and they'll be like, "Ooh, Mikey Garcia gets hit with an uppercut by Errol Spence, man, that's a chink. Ooh, you see that chink in his armor? Ooh, see, that's the chink in his armor. You see, the chink in his armor is that, he doesn't protect the uppercut. I know what I just heard. I just heard him say a chink in armor. But you guys think it's a kink in the armor. No, it's not. That's not what they said. They're talking about Asian people. That is a word specifically for Asian people. Yes, it is. And he has to sit there and listen to it and wouldn't even have the nerve to tell somebody not to say it to him. I promise you, he'll be in a room full of people and never correct anybody. Would you, Stevie? Nope. See, I might say picnic. I might say, oh, you said something about a picnic. I'm insulted. Hey, do you know that, if somebody told me, hey, get your cotton picking hands off of that, I might actually say something to them. Hey, think about what you just said. Think about it. You said, get my cotton picking hands off that. What do you think that means? People don't know when you say picnic, what that really is. Pick, N-I-D. Because that's what they did when they all got together on a hill and watched a new boat of black people come where they could pick one. Brought their little meals, brought their baskets, and picked one. Hey, what are y'all going to do? We're about to go picnic. Picnic. That's where that comes from. You think Stevie, I guarantee you, heard that. I used to work with a guy who was a Korean, really nice guy. Came to me real frustrated one day. Real frustrated. Because he said, man, I'm going to Korea to go visit he's going to visit his family in Korea. He's like, man, can you believe this guy asked me to go get some black rhino powder? Can you believe that this dude asked me to get some rhino powder? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, that's what they think. That's what they think, that it's like some potent. They think we all believe it's some potent, it's like Viagra or some shit. That's what he asked me. I was like, man, that shit's fucked up. He's like, yeah, it's fucked up. Went on about his business, dog. See, Steve, I know you go through the same thing, but you want to hide behind us. I got you. You want to point, but we're not like them. Cut me a break because we're not like them. Yeah, you are. You just the flavor of the month. You just the flavor of the month. Wait till all doctor jobs and all that stuff have gone overseas. Wait till they've automated all of that, and now you have to compete for the creative jobs. And their kids are getting masters of Masters of fine arts and things like that. And it's not like the MBA, it's the MFA. And they don't really have uses for people that are very good mathematicians, or they've automated medicine to the point where there's fewer doctors that are actually needed because they can automate the diagnoses and all that. Wait, see if you get in them colleges, homie. They will be getting in them colleges. Y'all asses will be going back to the countries you came from and working over there. But, don't act like we know. Don't act like we ain't been here. Don't act like we ain't been here a couple hundred years, like 400 years. We didn't show up on Ellis Island in 1920. Okay. We showed up on this mug. No, that's legitimate. An MFA. It's a Masters of Fine Arts. That's MFA is the new MBA. Because the Masters of Business Administration is going out the window. A Masters of Business Administration is going out the window because all of those analytical processes can be automated and they can be outsourced to different countries. So they can pay somebody to do their books and that person can be in India. They don't need to pay a higher wage to somebody in the United States to do something like that. So they're pushing all of those jobs are going overseas too. It's not just the manufacturing jobs that are going overseas. It's also the professional jobs. Legal jobs are going overseas because somebody can break down case laws and write briefs from China just as well as they can from the United States if they know the laws and have access to the information. So they would just outsource. They're just going to outsource that work and they can deliver it in real time. Those jobs are going too, my friends. Those jobs are going too, my friends. Not tomorrow, not next week, maybe not next year, maybe not 2 years, but 10 years, 15 years, those things are gone. That's the global economy that you're living in. But see, you try to tell these clowns that it's global, it's a system of global, but they don't want to hear it. They want to act like you some fucking conspiracy theorist. Dude, they're gone. I know how legal work works. I know what you do. You research. You used to have to go into a library, and you used to have to go and pull out you'd have to go out and get these actual books and read through the rules that were published by Westlaw. Westlaw, all that stuff is digitized now. It's all digitized. So if they know the rules and they know how to search this stuff out, that's purely analytical. They can do that from China. And then the partner says, hey, I need you to give me the law on this. I need this written, and they can a associate in China can read it to him. He can get it, edit it, and then he can go into court with the documents, the documents that have already been courted, and they can cut their costs in half. Cut his costs and left in half. Same thing with MD. Same thing with the applications for what are those MD, WebMD? A lot of that stuff, the diagnosis stuff, can be automated. The initial diagnosis can be automated, and that's where that group of immigrants, that particular group of immigrants, that's what their strength is. Their strength is in what? The math, science, STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, and math. Those are all very high. Those are all highly analytical and highly automated. You can automate all that stuff because a computer can do all of that much faster, much more accurately than you can. So they will just do that, and your jobs are gone. And they're not going to bring a bunch of Indian technologists over to the United States. They're going to stay in India. They're not going to bring a lot of They're not going to bring a lot of Chinese students and workers over. They can stay there. Why would they pay the costs? Why would they pay the cost to bring them? They wouldn't. They just have the work be done there. So if you're in the United States and you're being educated in those particular areas, you're now competing against people who are just as good in the countries that your parents, either you or your parents or grandparents, came from. There's no need to come here, right? That's just the truth of the matter. And that is it's still all part of the same thing. Just like India call centers, yeah. You said that's capitalism for you. It is. Because the whole push of capitalism, and you can be pro-cap. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm a socialist or tell you to be a socialist or any other, however you want to be. But one of the basic tenets of capitalism is its driven motivation is profit. And you calculate profit by the difference between how much it costs you to produce something and what you can sell it for. So if you can't sell your product for more money, even if you can sell your product for more money, you're always looking at a way to decrease the cost. Right? Even this whole thing about deporting people who work at the physical level. All of that means, dude, they are just kicking people out and bringing more people in. The whole immigration thing is driven by employers who are looking for cheaper labor. So once you're here long enough and your kids are here and all that, and they want to reset, they deport. Reset. We're going to send you back. Bring another one in, and we'll start all over again. That was the Cokes. That was the Cokes that had those 600 people. ISIS raided a Coke facility and put those people out of the country. Why they do that to a Coke facility? Because they try to unionize. If you try to unionize, you get put out. What's going on? What's going on, Antonio Sr.? Anyway, man. That's what that is, but keep calling me something. See, we know we're not, you can't, that's why it's even like with this YouTube thing. That's why it's so important to support the LDBC. In my opinion, it's high touch. You can't fake being a black fight fan from China. Can't fake it. You know what I mean? You can't transpose. You can't get. But guys like Chris Mannix, you can get rid of him because we speak about boxing just as well. I speak about boxing better than Chris Mannix. I know more about the sport of boxing. I easily know as much about the sport of boxing as Chris Mannix does. Easily, without a doubt. And I've got more integrity. And I don't even usually go there like that, but I do. I know other than being able to go, other than being able to call up Eddie Hearn and have Eddie Hearn hand me a lie to tell you. What's the difference? A half a day? Because as soon as he tells that lie, I got it on my feed, and I know just like he knows. But he broke it, right? Marcel Peters said tech jobs do hire on the low-end hardware and network, but software is mostly Asian run. If you have to do hardware, tech work, if you have to touch it, the job's here. If you have to touch it. If you don't have to touch it, it can go. If it's not high touch, it can go. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot take a live NBA boxing match, a live NBA basketball match, and outsource that. You actually need the people to do that. So the NBA players, as long as they can continue to change their rules, I mean, those games are televised. They're actually held in the United States. They're not going to be able to get rid of that, even though they're trying their damnedest. They will try their damnedest if they can make more money. But the boxing, the way that these boxing guys are paid, this push for Eastern European fighters, dude, that's profit driven. In large part, it's profit driven because they work for less. Look at the purses of Vasily Lomachenko. All these guys that they're putting up is top pound for pound fighters. These guys work for peanuts compared to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Peanuts. These guys are making peanuts compared to what Mike Tyson was making in the 90s. Peanuts, with the exception of Canelo, if those numbers are true. But you know, wasn't the Asians allies? The Chinese, the Japanese were. The Japanese were, because Japanese were imperialist. The Japanese were imperialist, and they were. And I am not an expert on this at all, but Japanese was imperialist. So Japan and China had issues. Tell you how what? COBY. Tell you what. I don't like demands, by the way. Japanese terrorized China and Korea back then. They were very imperialistic. Japan was. Floyd said Boxer was getting paid too much when he came on board. Floyd said a boxer was getting paid too much. No, he didn't. Floyd Mayweather never said boxers were making too much money. No way. That is nothing about Floyd Mayweather Jr. that would say that. Straight up. What's going on, BFTV Boxing? If there's one thing I know about Floyd ain't complaining about nobody making too much money. And he might complain about people not making any money. Floyd said what? That when he came along, fighters were making too much money? Okay. I never heard that. What fighters would be making too much money? Yeah, I don't get that. I'd almost have to get that in context, dude. I have to get that in context. Yeah, you got to give me context for that. Who cares if KSI won? Of course he won the fight. Who cares? Why are you hating? Because I don't like you. Bob Al-Mali, because I don't like you. That's why I'm hating on you. So I threw you out. Get a new ID and I ask the question again. Why are you hating? I got to think of what that is, man. I think the people should be. Yeah, it's okay. Keelan Johnson. Yeah, you're right, Fanon. The Japanese bought into Western imperialism in the 1800s. Yeah, they probably partnered with them. They are asking for too much money. From him? Yeah, I have to read that, man. I think sometimes you got to get the whole context of what people say. I heard Tank only got $2 million off $1 billion gross with Floyd and Connor. He should, and why would he get more money than he wasn't no attraction in there? If they did $1 billion gross, which I don't think they did, but if they did $1 billion gross, then without Tank, they would have done $1 billion with or without Tank. With or without. The fact that if he got $2 million for that, he need to be, yeah, thank you. Yeah, 600,000 sounds more realistic. What's going on, Sock 456? He said, by the way, what is BTH? There's a big difference between what fighters make at the top of the card and the bottom. Yeah, that's no doubt. Answer me, bitch. Hold on. Hey, what's your name? What's your name? I was going to crack a joke about your mama, but it didn't really come off right. Answer me, bitch. Oh, yeah. You the dude with you just hit $1 million. What the fuck you here for then? But fighters are taking all the real risk. I mean, it is what it is, man. To be honest, thank you. I was like, I don't know why that one was hard for me, man. You guys coming in here, egghead. My head is round, like everybody else's head, except for maybe your mama. Because you lay on your head flat on your back as a baby, your head flattens out. Your mama got one of them flat heads. Yeah, trolls, they love me though. Allow that comment to see your inner petty. Oh yeah, dog, I got plenty of petty. Man, why they hating on you? These kids, man. Oh, because they got to come here to talk to me. They don't have anywhere else to go. You know what I mean? And they want attention. I understand. When your mama's out working, exercising her tonsils for a living, you don't get quite the attention that you think that you should as a child. I got that. They come home from school. Their mama is just freshly putting down the vodka bottle. Putting on that wig, that fake fur coat, and them high heel pumps, and heading out to the corner. And she gonna be out there working hard all night, coming back smelling like foul, every kind of fucking foulness. I got you, and you miss her. I understand. And you really love her, but she don't really know how to love you because she don't remember who your daddy is. I got it. I know. But it wasn't me. Trust me. It wasn't me. I wasn't your daddy. It wasn't me. Smell. I know. You miss your daddy because he doesn't come to see you. But that's because you're trifling and lazy. Now, if you got your shit together, maybe they would come around and talk to you. Get your shit together. Ashy and bruised. They mad because their mama coming home with them rug burns. You know them burns on your knees? Them knee burns, them carpet burns on her knees. Mommy, why you always got scars on your knees? I slipped. Damn, how many times can you slip and cut your knees up? Got permanent black scab marks right below the knees, homie. We know about them rug burns, boy. We know she got them rug burns. It ain't on me, dog. I didn't do it to her. Okay. She's just a victim of the same system. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? Don't hate the player, hate the game. I ain't had nothing to do with it. Dude said knees on fire with sand and glass in them. You know how it goes. Beer bottles all in the street, got some beer bottle gashes. Mike Coppinger had that crazy pound for pound list. Oh, yeah, you know. Whatever, dude. Them dudes getting paid, man. Hey, there was a media guy that called them dudes out on that shit, though. There was a media guy that called them out on Twitter. I was like, man, they really got him on Twitter. This dude did it, and I was really impressed. But look, I'm going to get out of here, man. When I start cracking mama jokes, like that, it makes me sad. Because I know the sad part of it is that I'm telling the truth by accident on one of y'all. That's just the odds. You know what I mean? Like if I had to bet one of y'all was unemployed, one of y'all was living in your mama's basement and really salty, right? Because, man, dog, I'm gonna steal a joke from Best Fight the Best, dog. I got a real one. I'm gonna slide this one in when it's time, dog. But I know that's what y'all are going through. Okay, I know. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Look, man, we're going to check y'all out tomorrow. Much love to everybody in the Super Chat. Definitely check out the videos we got coming up later today, man. There's going to be several good ones. Dude, man, tomorrow you're real wrong for that, dog. You know you're doing some damage. You got some callops on your upper lips. Shit. Wow. Who's ordering the Wilder Ortiz fight? I am. Everybody is. Everybody in here is ordering that fight. It is what it is. And with that, boop, we out. Peace.